Okay, if I could go back in time, I think I did actually figure out the right line. I would have attacked with one of my creatures, the Hate Blade. He likely wouldn't have blocked it, and then I would have played War Shrieker, Skull Hunter, and Harsh Sustenance. So I definitely dropped the ball. There was an optimal line, and of course I see it after the fact. Because I'm an idiot, and I don't like to do math when it's straight in front of my face. So I guess in my defense, it was a semi-complex play, but that's hardly a defense. So it's just subpar playing on my part. Definitely, I could have taken out Yasiger and probably done a lot better, or at least had a chance. So I definitely feel like the fool now, but let's try not to make any more glaring errors here in round two. All right, well, hey, best hand I've seen in all four games. So certainly keep and certainly a good hand. Abzan could create some issues. Bonkin's a good draw, but we're going to do the Gore Swine for sure. Not really motivated to block here, but I'd be happy if he did. All right, certainly fine with that. Next turn we can theoretically get it back, plus ride down whatever morph or creature he plays here. Or he could just use removal, but that's all right too. All right, so we get in, theoretically ride down plus Bonkin maybe? Maybe that's actually better. Outpost Siege is a great draw too, but let's just get in for now. Likely ride down his morph. All right, so ride down. I guess we can't ride down plus Bonkin, so I'm just going to do the Blood-Soaked Champ. Why do I have to pay? Oh, yeah. For some reason I thought it was the cost of the card, so it's actually 2 mana. So on Outpost Siege, what do I choose? That's actually a really good question at this point. I think the answer is actually cons. It's debatable, of course, but I do think that is the correct answer. I could play Bonkin here, but I kind of like getting siege value as quickly as possible, so I'm going to play the siege. Yes, I want to commit stuff to the board, but getting extra cards each turn just seems really valuable, especially since you can play lands off of it. And yes, he's at a low enough life total where dragons might have been the right option, but I have Bring Low for a creature as well. Certainly worthy of mentioning. All right. 5/7 Elephant is pretty relevant, but I think I'm just going to 2-for-1 myself at this point with the Outpost Siege. All right. So we play our land. Guess this is kind of an awkward turn, but taking care of the fortress seems like a good idea. Could just play Rough Rider pass. Then he has to deal with Rough Rider. Let's do that. Granted, this allows him an out, but it's probably going to eat up a lot of his mana. And I do have the card advantage of Outpost Siege at my beck and call at the moment, which is pretty nice. Although Dragons alongside Blood-Soaked Champ is pretty awesome. Just keeps dying, and it really is a perpetual 1 damage a turn. But not that that's amazing. But all right, He just concedes. So he's playing 4-color Abzan with some, could be a Secret Plans or Trail of Mystery deck or something along those lines. You never know what his splash is exactly. I think I am, well, actually, I was going to say it's a pretty easy swap, bring low for collateral damage. And I think that's true anyway, but he is playing the, I mean, the thing is, you can't judge. All right, here's the thing. Abzan decks typically do have +1/+1 counters, which should make Bring Low a better card, but I really do think collateral damage is going to be better for us. We seem like a deck that gets our opponent to the point of lethal and then can potentially just crap out. So having a card like collateral damage that's just like, oh, three damage, thank God. What's in the game? Seems like something that I would really want. We didn't see a enchantment out of our opponent yet. Do I want to play Bring Low over some other removal? I don't think so. I think we're pretty good where we're at here. How did that get over there? Wait a second. It was in the right spot all along. I moved these to the wrong spot. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's just make the swap. Yes, this one could come back to bite us, but I still like that collateral damage can hit the face. I think that's better. Oh, wait. I wanted to swap a Hate Blade for a Skull Hunter. Yeah. I still like that swap, too. Having the Hate Blade seems good to me. Even though it does less damage. Death Touch, and since we're an even split of colors, I feel like can be better. All right. Definitely keep in. It's just a great distribution. Granted, we don't have a 2-drop creature. Our opponent wants us to play first, which is pretty unusual, actually. But we're going to happily accept that. Maybe it's because he's 4-color. That would make sense. All right, Vault Breaker. Technically, I could dash next turn, but maybe I do. I kind of feel like getting the Lurkers down instead, but we'll see. I think I do Lurkers. This is a questionable one, since I could have gotten in for 4 damage there, which is certainly relevant, but having Ride Down an Honors Reward kind of makes me not find that plan as sexy. All right, let's just dash here. Yes, I could have Skull Huntered, but I think just getting in for 6 is... do I want to discard? I actually don't. I like all these cards and we can play them all. And now we can Heart Piercer if he has a morph, or unmorph our Lurkers if need be. Outpost Siege is pretty awesome draw. I think we just attack and then hardcast the Vault Breaker. Yes, I could have dashed there, but having Ride Down an Honors Reward I think is going to be better, because if we draw a land we can do both. Does have to be a white source granted, but we can deal with anything he's got here, essentially. Any creature he's got here we can deal with. Nothing. That's highly questionable. Maybe I shouldn't have played the land there for the Vault Breaker, but whatever. Serial Ambush. All right. I guess at this point we're going to Ride Down plus... I guess we can do Hero's Reward plus... Not Ride Down. All right, let's do the Hero's Reward, pumping the Vault Breaker, and then we'll Skull Hunter, I guess. I don't think we're discarding. So I assume he just goes block, block. So we're going to Honors Reward, pumping our Vault Breaker. Only block there. That one's interesting. So he wants that creature. Let's do this. Bolster our dude that would die. Get in for some damage. Drop the Skull Hunter and pass. This way, our Vault Breaker, if he doesn't deal with it pretty much immediately, is going to spell some pretty bad trouble for him. He is missing 2 of his colors currently. I mean, him not blocking the morph. Maybe. Oh, okay. He probably just figured I was gonna Well, he saw Lurker's game one, correct? Or am I thinking of a different match now? I feel like he saw Lurker's, but I guess I can't say for sure. All right, so he's gonna bounce our big guy, which is, certainly an issue, but not the end-all be-all problem to have. So I can dash plus ride down, which certainly seems good. Because I think he likely blocks here. All right, let's dash plus ride down. I kind of like that plan. Still not discarding, which is funny that it's so good, but I have to admit we've drawn very well. Let's see what he wanted to preserve here. It was an Ice Feather Raven. Okay, well, certainly glad that play worked out for us. I think at this point we do Outpost Siege Dragons once we've gotten sort of a board state established. So I dash Flame Rush Rider, copy Skull Hunter. I think that's actually lethal, assuming he's got nothing. But being able to copy Skull Hunters, this is an interesting experiment here. So I think this is, I think this gives us an extra raid too. Pretty incredible, actually. That Flame Rush Rider is pretty incredible. Flame Rush Rider for the win. Wow. Okay, so super fortunate this match. I'm really happy to see the deck come together to this match after all of the morale and spirit I lost in round one. No mana issues whatsoever this match. Our opponent had a slow deck. This is what this deck plays like in ideal circumstances. We had some excellent draws. We had all three colors when we needed them. We were on the play both games, which is just really not what my opponent wanted to do. My opponent had mana issues. All of the factors came together to help us win this match. So that I'm thankful for that. I am thankful, but still need it to come together in round three. So we'll see if it does. The Flame Rush Rider is as good as I could have possibly hoped for. That was with raid. It's just absolutely insane. All right, we'll or Into the Battlefield effects for that matter. This card's just insane. All right, we'll see you in round three.